he's just been on fire, hasn't he? I watched his games, and same with Shane, to be honest.
Yeah, the performance from Shane to beat Tom Cousins, who's been the dominant player this week. He was absolutely incredible, winning yesterday. And looked like he wasn't going to. It looked like nobody was going to stop him today, but it took a brilliant performance from Shane Thompson to do just that. But it was built on the back of a quick start, and he's not going to get the quick start here. That's unlucky to going off in that way.
Oh, definitely. Coming off the bottom cushion like that, and I don't know if he's hit another ball that's gone up the side, but you know, Shane's break, he sort of tries to hit the bottom rail and park it back in the middle of the table. So for him to go in off up here, because if he doesn't go in off there, they're pretty tricky. But because he gets this not free shot, ball in hand, you know, he put the white brought it pretty much anywhere behind that bulk line, and the way Craig's been playing this weekend, I just never see him missing.
No, he never looks like he's going to miss a pot. As well as the trophy, the prize money, there's also a small matter of the Champion of Champions at stake here. The winner will be added to the Champion of Champions event, which will be next Saturday. So
that's £15,000 winner as well.
I think it's 12 actually.
12,
yeah. But it's still, it's an extra tournament.
Yeah, Shane lied to me before then, that's all.
It's a big tournament at the end of the year, a big carrot. Everybody wants to be in.
Oh, I was speaking to Shane earlier because he beat me in the quarterfinals, and he said to me, you know, people are saying he's been having a quiet season, and Shane openly said he doesn't think he has. He's had 2 quarterfinals, a semi-final, and now a final, and he said with the standard that's on this tour, he doesn't think it was quiet. He just, compared to the first year of him winning 3 out of 8.
Yeah, 4 finals, three wins. Yeah, that's the thing. You can only ever compare it, and I think that the reason you say quiet year is he's been the #1 player all year, and until this run here, he was around the 16 mark. He was sort of in and out, 16th, 19th, and back in, and you know he's been dancing around that 16th place. But this run here has pushed him up to 10. If he wins the final here, he'll go up as high as 5th, I believe, in the rankings, and therefore, actually, when you put it that way, you know, that a trophy 6th in the rankings, that's a decent season. That's more than a decent season.
Yeah. Especially just with the standard nowadays. I know I keep going on about the standard of the tour, but it's just frightening. It really is. Like Ronan McCarthy's world champion, world masters champion, and he hasn't won a game this weekend.
Yeah, 2 7-6 losses as well.
Just shows how good it is.
Well, Craig has gone through these very nicely indeed.
When we done our player profile a while ago, they said, who's your favourite player to watch? And mine is Craig Waddingham.
Yeah, he's got to be up there for a lot of players, hasn't he? Very eye-catching.
Oh, White.
Oh, White straight in.
And look at Craig's face, he knows. But it's not as easy as a layout as it was in the last one.
Yeah, that's what Shane just wanted a chance at the table. When he gets there, he's going to look and think, hang on a minute, there's some work here.
And look at Craig's reaction there. He knows, because I've never seen Craig get a break like that. Actually, to be honest, he usually hits him a lot harder.
He's been doing it all weekend long. He's been popping the break. He's not been.
Has he? Yeah.
He's not been powering it. He's not been giving it the absolute business. It's been controlling the cue ball with it actually, because he's getting huge explosion without hitting them as hard as he can. But also it allows him to control the cue ball more consistently. His break was a little bit hit and miss in the semi-final, but prior to that, it's been fantastic.
Yeah, you don't really have to put too much power into it on these tables. And do you know what? A big shout's got to go to the referees as well. There's a skill and an art to racking the balls right perfect. So to get the splits every frame, very rarely you see a slack rack, as you call it. And that's just down because our referees are so good.
It is tough as well. I'm not. Yeah, and the funny thing is, I watch some of you guys practice, and I watch you in tournaments, and your moan if they aren't perfect. And Shane's missed his cannon hit, and he's lucky not to go in off. I'll come back to what I was saying in a moment. He was trying to cannon the red and yellow together. He's not got that.
Yeah. So that was for Shane. That's a poor shot, but I will give him a bit of due. He's only had the cue for 3 days.
He has. Yeah, it's taken to it pretty quickly, pretty well. But yeah, he's every now and then it just catches him out on subtle positional shots. But that one there, he's he's actually got quite a wide in.
Yeah, it just shows how good he is, doesn't it? That you can just go to Jason Owens and pick up a cue, and now he's in the final.
Yeah. Did you hear how he damaged his cue, celebrating team victory in Ireland?
In Ireland, yeah. We were talking about it before we went in the shop. Oh, that'll do.
It's a delicate little one, isn't it? A little jabby one, but doable.
I think he's going to have to play this. He's got to try and screw in between the two yellows on the right-hand side rail, and then probably hit the bottom rail, and then leave himself a long red. But that's just what it looks like from here.
If he can really get into it, he might be able to hit the first yellow and hold it there.
Yeah, there you
no,
go,
he's gone your way, and that's excellent. Spins it around. That's beautiful.
Yeah, there's such tough shots with left-hand side. You know, that just looks so simple on TV, but I know playing that, you can miss that by so much. And it can make you look foolish, especially on this table. Is he going round the black to put it in the same pocket, or is he checking it up? So he doesn't...
Oh, no.
Oh, Shane.
Oh, can't see him to tell whether he's happy or not. I think he's checking out the angle. He's okay.
Yeah,
just for a second.
As an ex-pool player, Simon, you know facial recognition.
Yeah, you're looking at the body language there, and Craig would have been as well.
Yeah.
But he does complete the finish. So both players now reverse clearance to get into this match. It's a real
powerhouse.
Yeah, almost like some players could really, wilt against him because of that kind of vibe he gives off.
Yeah, like an intimidation.
Yeah.
And you know what? And that's why he's done so well in his pool career.
Well, slight miss hit on the break this time from Shane, but the reward is huge. These have come out very nicely for him. Really good chance here on yellows. The only ball I'm kind of looking at with a little bit of work maybe required is that 8 ball if it doesn't go bottom right.
You can nudge into that, maybe. I was thinking about maybe nudging into it now. If we nudge into it now, go into the red, so he nudges the black past the other red, and it'll go into the bottom left as we look.
It should leave him a choice.
And also, if he doesn't land on the one over the bottom right as we look at it, he's not taking it, but I was thinking he had a big pocket.
There's every chance it actually might go top right if it doesn't go bottom right. It might, sorry, not top right, top left rather. And therefore he could leave the one over the bottom right and not actually have to do anything.
Yeah, the top boys don't like playing many cannons, do they?
Especially when your cue ball's as good as Shane Thompson's is.
There you
go. He has gone for it, and this is not good.
And that is why they don't like playing cannons.
Yeah. It's one of those where you look at it and go, oh, the cannon, how can it go wrong? You hit the red, you're going to be on one to the top left or one to the bottom right, but couldn't go much worse.
No, he couldn't, because the ball that he's on as well seems to be so straight, he's going to have to pump it in, and I think he's bridging.
I think he has to play it off the yellow and maybe try and get the yellow out and give it, but then you're taking a risk that you're gambling whether you get angle.
Yeah. And the red's gone over the yellow on the bottom right as we see it. But that in international rules, that's not good at all, is it?
Yeah.
With the tactical, with the loss of turn shot.
Can he clip the one in now and get into it straight away?
Yes. What a shot! What a shot!
Brilliant.
Wow.
That is absolutely brilliant. Okay, 8 ball doesn't pass the red to the bottom right corner, but he has a way of getting to it.
That was such a good shot. That people don't realise, especially on this table, because this table only got reclothed, did it, just before the event, and the cushions and the cloth are so skiddy. Playing shots like that, it's like he's been practicing on it for weeks. Oh, Shane, and then he does that. I think he was trying to hit the right-hand side of that red to move it and then leave himself along yellow.
Yeah, he was definitely trying to move it, wasn't he?
Yeah, I tell you what, Shane, you didn't do this against me, mate.
It's a huge frustration for Shane Thompson. He dug himself out of a big hole and then puts himself straight back in another one.
He's just such a perfectionist, isn't he? Something like this, you rarely see it. He's playing the double or the cocked hat.
Shane Thompson.
Oh my!
Wow!
Oh my! I've just nearly fell off the chair, Simon.
That is filthy from Shane Thompson. He raised his hand, so I mean he was playing the double, but just for the way the 8 ball comes out.
Oh my goodness!
That is incredible. What a shot from Shane Thompson. What an out from Shane Thompson.
And the last thing Craig needs now is a dry break or an in-off.
Oh, flushed him.
And he's not got a ball.
Flushes him, he
Oh,
deserves
yellow,
one.
yellow. No.
Oh, no friends.
But it's gone scrappy. There's a couple of problem balls.
Thought that yellow was dropping top right.
Same, a few balls rattled there.
Oh, he has to be patient. It's a race to 8 frames. He has to be patient and wait for his opportunities. Well, compared to the out that Shane's just made, this looks easy, but it is not easy. There is a lot going on here. A couple of really bad balls.
And that shot's better than it looked, because if you the other angle, you're going away from your work, so he's actually played that perfect. Perfect pace, perfect amount of side. Now he can get up table and get closer to his work. It's a lovely shot again. I tell you what, this will be some finish as well. He's got 2 problem balls here. Not sure how he's going to develop them both, but Shane will.
Yeah, he's got an angle to go into the red and yellow by the 8 ball now, but the other red above it is half in the way.
I think he's going to go into the 8 ball first and flick into the yellow, like he tried.
Well, that will, if he's on a red to the left centre, I was going to say, but he may not be going by his body language. If he's on one to the left centre, moving that 8 ball the way he has just opened up that red a little bit more to the bottom left-hand corner. Not easy to get there, but it has half opened it up. No, he's not on it. He's coming off the cushion first. And this time, he doesn't come up with the magic. And he has left a chance here for Craig Waddingham, but the 2 problem reds are the 2 problem yellows.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a little way to open up the frame for him. But I think he might just pot this and then play a snooker over. But I don't know if Craig Waddingham likes snookers. Is he going to try and screw into it now? Very possibilities might play the plant and screw into his red and yellow now. Because the yellow on the right hand side of the table, which is tied up with the red, might go into the bottom left hand corner as well. Yeah, I think he's going game. I like it. Knuckle. Oh, he's been unlucky.
Just got the knuckle, and that's not worked.
Yeah, he's going to be chasing this finish now. But we go for his potting abilities. Is he going trying to develop a ball? Is he just trying to roll it in? He's playing the snooker.
Yeah, not quite got the snooker.
Shane's still got the same problem as Craig though. He's still got 2 balls tied up. Oh wow. Has he been lucky? No. I think he used up all his luck when he apologised last frame.
Yeah, excellent pot, excellent cannon. Didn't have too much control where the cue ball was going to finish, but that has not finished good.
He's looking at playing a little glance off the red here, trying to pot that red.
The problem with that is it opens all the yellows up when playing this shot.
I mean, what a shot this will be, by the way. Oh yeah, that was asking a lot.
Yeah, and look at the way he's left the yellows. Wide open chance now for Craig Waddingham.
Yeah, he's just going to... The one near the right hand centre is going to be his last ball. Well, it should be. Doesn't really matter with Craig, he can pot them from anywhere, so... He's just taking his time over here. He knows this is a big frame. So he's going a different way now. He doesn't want to be straight though. I think he's okay. I think he's got a little bit of an angle. Won't be on the rail. But getting on the black ball might be a bit trickier than it looks, because I can't see what angle he's got on this one, but he wants to come out quite a bit, so he can see. He's going to have to top through now and get straight on this yellow, and if he's short, getting on the black might be a problem.
Yeah, wants to get to at least straight on that yellow to the left centre pocket.
I mean, his body language says he's okay. Yeah, he's okay there. But that's why I didn't want to be straight the one before.
Oh, he is short though, but I think he's just about got straight enough just to nip it.
Yeah, see, this is where I thought the problem might happen. He's okay.
Yeah, fascinating frame that one. Shane Thompson with the first opportunity, couldn't do enough with it.
Oh, he's creamed them,
Brilliant.
Shane. That is a perfect break, but I thought he was going to go dry. Me and Mark were talking about this break in the amateur final, and Johan Attard didn't hit the break well twice, I think it was. He skidded off the pack, and one of them he made 6 balls.
Yeah.
Or 5, sorry. And then Ian Ali hit them cream twice and went dry, and it just shows that the break's the most important. Oh, he stayed down, didn't he? Thought he missed. Thought it wasn't going to reach.
The break's the most important shot in the game, I 100% agree with, but I think as you go down the standards, too many people blame the break for winning and losing, whereas you see it at the elite level. There are matches where you won't get, like the final here, you won't get 8 chances to win, and you have to deal with that. But there are times when you will get enough chances and you don't take them.
That is definitely, yeah.
And you'll look back and you, I had some dry breaks there, and so. But you've got to actually look at how many opportunities you actually have to win frames, and you see it. And obviously there's some phenomenal players on the Challenger Series, there really is. But you can see, the difference in terms of just how clinical the top players are in comparison to them, and therefore the break becomes just slightly less important.
Because I was actually speaking when I lost to Chris Mellon earlier on this week, I lost 7-4, and my friend was like, "You got a bit unlucky with them dry breaks," and I said to him, "But if I didn't make them 2 mistakes earlier on in the game, I wouldn't have had to worry about the breaks." And he was like, "Yeah," and I was just, it's one way to look at it. You can't always blame the breaks, but it does take a massive part of the game. And the top players practice the break. They practice creaming it. I remember watching Tom Cousins years ago. He's probably got the best break in the history of pool, hasn't he? And he was playing like a big money match, and on the stream, all he did for 40 minutes before the game was just break.
Yeah.
A few little stun shots to see how the cloth worked, and just broke. Oh wow!
Very clever from Shane Thompson. Is he on the next ball though? No.
No. I mean, he can trim this in, but the white will be travelling. Or is he looking at the swerve? I think he's going to trim this in. The white's going to hit the jaw, and he's going to be on the yellow. There's the jaw, but he's not on the yellow.
And this is a prime while we're talking about the breaks, because now that Craig Waddingham comes to the table, he's favourite to win this frame. So if we fast forward and Craig was to win this frame, and you talk about it in context of the breaks, Shane's had the advantage on the break. Shane's had the first break where he's gone in off, but unluckily he went in off. But all the other breaks out of 5, so he's had four first chances, and he could be 3-2 behind. So you can't always throw it all on the break.
No, I totally agree with you. I think that, no offence to anyone who use it, but I think the break is a get-out clause for people not wanting to admit their mistakes, and I've always said that. I think if you want to get better play, you're going to have to take a bit of responsibility.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, there will be times. I mean, Craig Waddingham yesterday in the semi-final against Tom Cousins, absolutely, yeah. I mean, he did not get 7 chances to win that match. Tom Cousins got there, got the chances in, he took them. It was a brilliant performance from both.
It was like Tom Cousins versus Chris Mellon last night in the final.
Yeah.
And I think Tom had 5 or 6 off his own break. So
yeah, and Chris didn't make a ball off his break the whole way through. So and it's about getting those opportunities. The breaks gives you the chances, but you still have to play some great pool to make it relevant.
Yeah, I agree.
And just using the knowledge of the table there from Craig.
Yeah, pinch in the pocket.
Pinching on the near side, at that weight, allowing it to drop.
I seen Shane shaking his head in the top left-hand corner. Then he didn't think that should go in, but when the cloths and tables and the balls are so new.
But it wasn't one of those that was a missed pot that dropped in. Craig played for that to happen.
Definitely, so he could hold for the next red.
Oh, he's hit this one short.
Yeah,
he's okay. He just got there, but when he hit it, you know, see the grimace he pulls there. Not happy, but he's okay.
Doesn't want to kick though, or something like that. No, he's okay.
You look at what he did in Ireland, you look at what he did in the Players' Championship, he definitely looks like he's the big danger coming out of that 16 from the challengers, and he's the sort of player that it would be no surprise to anybody to see him win a Pro Series title next year.
Yeah, you could see him coming to do what Craig Waddingham's done this year.
Yes, yeah, he could be the Craig Waddingham of 2023 for sure. In a completely different style, but absolutely that level. He's won major titles in his career. He's a former world master. I expect big things from him, and he does it in a really classy way as well.
Yeah, he does. I love his attitude and that around the table, the way he plays the game, his cue action. He's just an all-round player, isn't he? And it's going to be great having him in it.
It really is. But everybody that's earned their way through by that 16 is going to have a say. It's going to be dangerous, and as are some of the wild cards that have been announced.
Who do you think the best snooker player will be at pool?
That's a very, very good question.
I think it will be Tom Ford.
Joe O'Connor's going to have a say
in
that
he
conversation.
No, I agree, he is. Seen he was practicing pool the other day in Dave Gilbert's club as well. So they're taking it seriously, these snooker boys.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we know that Mark Williams loves playing. We know that he spends as much time on the pool table as he has been on the snooker table lately. So, and Mark Allen, when he played at the Players' Championship, was fantastic. It took a brilliant performance from Mick Hill to keep him out of the Players' Championship final.
Big shout out to Luke Gilbert. He played awesome today. He was the only person to go 100% in the group. Am I correct?
Luke Gilbert.
Yeah, Luke Gilbert. He was awesome that weekend.
He was, yeah.
Oh, that's a good shot by Craig. Using that. He doesn't want to be bridging. Now, this feels a crazy game because if that pulls up an inch or goes an inch further, he doesn't miss the spot.
Yes.
But this is what is it called? A Chinese snooker down the pub?
Yeah. It changes the shot tenfold, if not more.
I mean, I would miss this 1,000,000 out of 1,000,000. I'm the world's worst bridger, Simon. But Craig Waddingham,
that's nearly as good as the shot that Shane Thompson played.
I was just about to say, I think that's just as good as Shane.
Yeah.
It's a full-length bridging shot. And he's found the gap and everything.
Yeah, it's not just the pot. Look at the cue ball. It's phenomenal. It's an absolute frame winner.
And then he's messed a little bit, but I still back him to drop this in the middle. But oh my goodness me!
Yeah, watch the cue ball here. Look,
centre of the pot. Didn't even touch the sides.
The problem with coming up short here is he's not going to be able to get nicely on the 8 ball. Best he can do here is get to the centre of the table.
And then he's probably going to have to play it in the pocket near his hand. He's missed it.
Strange thing about that, yeah, he's missed it on the wrong side. Unless he's trying to get the 8 ball to the bottom right hand corner, there's more gap there than it looks. But yeah, centre. You'd think if he's going to miss it, he'd miss it on the straight side, trying to hold the cue ball.
So this is a great chance for Shane to go Desmond 3-3. So I was waiting for that for ages.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to be bridging. He's okay. He can get to the right hand side of the cue ball. And there's probably been more mistakes in this semi-final so far than probably both of them put together in the last match. But that just shows what a few hour break can do.
Well, and the pressure of a final as well.
And the pressure of a final, yeah, it's always out my mouth. See that Craig Waddingham's been drinking a few energy drinks just to keep him going, because they are long events, you know.
Yeah, you've got to kind of go and reset and come back, and yeah, that's part of the pool world, though, isn't it? It's part of the. You've all been playing club tournaments, tour tournaments for years, and it's that mentality of winning one, resetting, going again, because you're used to playing sometimes 6, 7, 8 times a day.
Yeah.
Less in the Pro Series, but it's still, you have to be ready to go and ready to do it.
And that's where all the mental strength comes in, and you know, it's not a surprise when you see the same boys around the finals all the time, because it's not just how good they are at pool, it's how good they are upstairs, and you know, that's what myself massively has got to get better on. You know, there's a lot of players that have the talent, some better players who have the talent, but they're not as strong upstairs. And Shane, Craig Ward, Mick Hills, Gareth Potts, you know, I could name a few on that list that are unbelievably mentally strong, and that's why they're there.
And good counter clearance from Shane Thompson, and we are all square as we hit the halfway point on the match clock. 3-3. Still a long way to go. Both players need 5 frames.
There's some stories like he fell asleep during one of his matches in China. He flew all the way to China and fell asleep.
I'm not sure if that's unlucky though.
Yeah, but it was just hilarious. And then when he was going to a pool event, the boot of his car wasn't shut properly, and his suitcase fell out on the motorway and got hit by the car behind it. And it just sums up the butcher.
The butcher.
But he is a player that should be in the pro ranks, and it's unfortunate that he has finished 17th.
He's still a young man though, as he continues in his pool career, and for me, because I played with him back in early in England days, and his game was there, but his mental strength wasn't. But he's getting mentally stronger and stronger by the year, and I think he's going to be a big danger to go deep next year in the Challenger Series.
I mean, look at some of the players that haven't made pro there: Ian Whitehorn, Mark Fleming, and Gary Clark, and Glenn Cahill there as well.
Oh, it's frightening. Jamie Burnett, who missed out, he lost in the semis today. He was so close.
Gareth Higgins, Darryl Whitworth,
Connor Tracy, Morgan McGuinness,
yeah.
Cole Bedford. That's the great names not making it through.
Wow, it's crazy, isn't it?
It really is. Good break here from Shane. Good split of the balls this time. Less work to do, more about plotting your route, and that is what Shane is so good at. Patterns and cue ball control is Shane Thompson's game.
Gonna have one problem ball here. And he doesn't want to be bridging now playing it, but that's perfect. He's just found the gap with the white where his cue can just go nicely through. And when he pots it down the rail, he will be bouncing off. Perfect for either ball, really. Depends where he lands. If he lands on straight and the one in the middle, he's perfect. He's missed it. Oh.
Yeah, you remember a frame ago, 2 frames ago, when Craig Waddingham purposely used the pocket and Shane was shaking his head because he didn't think it should go in. Well, that's come back to, doing some favours.
I don't think Shane played that, though.
No, he absolutely did not.
But he didn't even apologise for it. Usually you'd see Shane hold his hand up for that. Might do it at the end of the frame. Got a feeling he will. And this is to take the lead, to get halfway.
Yeah, halfway to the number he needs. 4-3 ahead. Are the established names going to continue to do the damage? Can somebody from the challengers jump out the pack?
Oh, he's not there. He's not hit them good. And he knows that he give it a little headbutt in the air, trying to push that red in the middle. And this is where Shane is clinical. These little finishes where you need really good cue ball control to land right side of certain shots. You know, he's going to play this plant.
Yellow ball.
You know, if there's anyone watching at home, any amateur pool players that want to watch cue ball control, Shane Thompson's one of the best in the world. And I hope I haven't jinxed him on this finish, but these are the finishes where he stands out for me.
Yeah, last season he just had that cue ball on an absolute string. He felt like he was... It's like watching great players. It just felt like he was getting easy finishes, frame after frame after frame, and it's not the case. It's just the way he connects it, the way he controls that cue ball, it just looks easy.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And also the way he caresses the ball around. It's a different style to Craig Waddingham, actually. It's interesting to see them playing each other, because you see Craig punching him in a lot more, and whereas Shane floats them in and cues them in, and he's barely hitting the cue ball at times, and just caressing that cue ball around the table.
Yeah, he's got one of the best cue actions in the game, Shane. He just looks like he's barely hitting the ball, but gets so much reaction with it. Especially using a 10mm tip.
Yeah.
Shows how good he
That's
cues the ball.
huge in pull terms as
Oh,
well.
massive. So I don't know how he cues a ball on the rail, but it obviously works for him. He actually inspired me to go up a tip size a bit, actually. My IQ went down to like 7.2, super small, didn't want it to. And I never thought I'd get a new cue, ever. But I went and got one about 9mm.
Big change, that.
Oh, it is. Well, and I had it for 3 weeks and got to the pro final. It just showed that with this cloth and these balls, you don't really need to be fizzing the ball around. You know,
it's always a trace, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just a widening of the angle, or a check it up, or a little touch here, or a little touch there. It's not. You don't need more than that.
No, and Shane is perfect example of that. And we'll see how good his cue ball is now when he's got to come off 1 or 2 cushions to find that gap. I think he might come off 2 and use that line.
If he comes off 2, he's down the line longer.
Yeah, there you go, 2, and he's absolutely perfect.
And there you go, and that's that little trace. Just that little trace, just to widen the angle, come down 2 rather than 1.
Because the cloths are so quick, it's not like we're playing on, thick. You're not playing down your local pub or in certain clubs where the tables are quite slow. You're playing on the quickest tables in the world, so you don't actually need a small tip. And anyone that I coach or anyone that I speak to and they ask for advice, I always say I'd round about between 8.5 and 9 nowadays, when it used to be probably low 8mm tips. And the times are changing.
Harriet that got the ranking nod thanks to a better performance in the tournaments they didn't win. Also worth mentioning while we're talking about the women's game, Emma Cunningham won 2 titles as well in the mini-series that were non-ranked, but essentially very, very similar fields. So 3 big hitters in the ladies'
It's just a shame that isn't ranked.
Yeah, I was thinking it's one of those, it could be. I understand why it isn't, but it could be. There's a lot of the same players are on it, majority of the same players.
He's just got the wrong side of that red, Craig, and I think he hasn't had a shot in a couple of frames now. That could be a...
Yeah, just getting a little bit frozen out, a little bit cold.
That was it, frozen out, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, he's got a chance to go into it again, play this with loads of bottom left, and come off the cushion and into the red. Doesn't want to stick on the yellow though. Perfect, what a shot that is.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That's where we're talking about Craig Waddingham's potting ability. There's a lot of people that can't play that shot because they don't have the cue action, but that was just fantastic. I do like the shirts Ultimate Pool are providing. Some crackers this week.
There's been some brilliant. What's been your favourite?
It's always been a favourite of mine. I could never wear it, but Brian Halcrow's.
Yeah, the buzzer.
Or Liam White's Danger Mouse.
Yeah, Liam's is good. I like Christophe Lambert. I thought he looked sharp.
His looks the smartest, yeah. But he looks good in anything.
He does. He
He's got everything, that man.
He was hiding last night, though.
I was watching the game with him. He walked in and we all started booing him. We've got another Frenchman on the tour next year, Yannick. He'll do really well. Such a good player.
Yeah, he comes with a big reputation, being one of the best players in France for a long time. One of the best players in the world for a long time.
Black Ball World Champion that he won, and then he got to the World Masters final. Oh, Craig's a bit short there because he's going to be bridging now. He probably wanted another roll or 2 on that. Just because his hand's going to be quite awkward, and he's got to cue the one near the rail, and there's a possibility going behind the black, and that's why he's taking his time here. See, it's just a bit awkward. He doesn't want to go behind the black. Like that. Boy, he's good. That's a super shot. That was tougher than it looked.
And he's 2 pots away, but this will be a super out. If you think about the first shot that he played, it went wrong, and the shot that followed it was excellent and great control thereafter.
He's up for this now. He's back.
Yeah,
The little stare into space after he potted that last yellow. You can't always look on results because you can play well and lose, and you've got to take that on the chin because the standard's so high. But I was really pleased the way I've gone this year. I've got some great players and had some great runs. And I'm going to keep practicing, keep putting the work in, and hopefully next year it's bigger and better.
Yeah, it's a tough school out there, and I think that the ability to deal with the tough side of the game, the ability to deal with coming on the wrong end of results is actually huge, being able to do that.
I mean, cause there's a lot of players on the list that are below me that I've looked up to my whole life. Like, I'm a massive pool fan. I sit there and watch pool when I'm not even playing pool. I sit around the arena, watch my friends. I watch everything Ultimate Pool do that I'm not there. So, Craig.
Tricky layout, but it was a chance, and Craig misses his first ball.
There's people like Carl Boyce there that I keep looking. I've always looked up. Phil Harrison, he's around about me, and there's just players. I was watching Rob Chilton play this weekend. I know he hasn't turned up a lot this year, but he was frighteningly good in a couple of his games, and it was just one of them. It's just being a pool fan for so many years and now being amongst it all. I love it.
Yeah, well put. Next year is going to be huge. Can't wait. Finishing touches to this year, though, still to happen. Shane Thompson wants to go out on a high. If he was to win today, he'd be the only player that won a tournament last year to win a tournament this year. Over the course of 2 years, that would be quite a big thing.
Because Mick Hill didn't win one last year, did he? Shane beat him in the final.
Mick didn't win. Chris did win away from the Pro Series. Chris did win tournaments in both Melling.
Oh, sorry,
so Chris,
he did, yeah.
Just the Pro Series specifically. But
oh, yeah, because Stevie Dempsey won the Grand Slam. Oh, that was both in this year, wasn't it?
Both his tournaments were this year, Grand Slam and Champions League.
Yeah, just the Grand Slam was in December, wasn't it? So it seems an age ago, but what an event that was. Oh no, I wrote the wrong one. Sorry, that was the BT one that Jordan Shepherd won, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the end of last year, and it was early. It was very, very early in 2022.
Yeah.
Grand Slam.
Yeah, it was actually. Yeah, it's the only double limb competition we think we've had.
Yeah. I like to see the variety.
I
good.
do. I wonder how many, like they call it a double bracket in some places in the world. I wonder how many double bracket events we're going to have.
Yeah, look forward to finding out. Ultimate Pool do provide a lot of fantastic tournaments, and look forward to seeing what's on the agenda. We know that the Pro Series is expanding next year. That's exciting for us to look forward to and enjoy.
What
Plenty of other tournaments as well.
Sorry, what do you think of the double limb events, Simon? Do you like them?
I do. I wouldn't want a huge number of them. I like them for variety. I wouldn't like them as the norm.
Okay, I like that.
Shane's gone through these nicely.
I think he wanted an extra 6 inches on that. He pulled a face, and he's got to come round with a bit of right hand spin and come off probably 3 cushions. 1, 2, 3. There we go. He was okay. And there's Shane's cue ball again. Unbelievable.
Shane Thompson gets himself back 2 in front. This time he pounces on a mistake from Craig Waddingham. And then you got Craig Waddingham in 8th place.
And can I just give a shout out to Stevie Dempsey, who's missed 3 events and is also 4th.
Yeah, it helps if you win 2.
It does. But it's a good thing to look about Stevie. He's not done as good as he'd probably expect to do on the Pro Series, but the Monday night events and stuff like that, he seems to, did he win the Grand Slam?
Won the Grand Slam.
Beat Craig.
Yeah, which was the double elim, and he also won the Champions League.
Yeah.
And the Champions
Beating
League.
Aaron in the final. Yeah, he beat Aaron Davis.
Champions League's coming up soon as well.
Don't have to qualify for that now.
Result for you.
Yeah. And even though I do miss Stoke.
It's a tricky little layout to start with here. This is a test of Shane Thompson's cue ball.
I think this is the shot. If he pots this and lands nice on the next ball, I think he's out. He just needs to watch this flick on the yellow. And there we go. I think he's going to be okay. Don't get me wrong, it's still tough.
Possibly one more positional shot, you feel. If you're thinking bottom right, it's then the one to bottom left to get on one of those two, ideally the top one of the two reds together. Then the rest can unfold. Well, he's going to leave the one to bottom right and get there now.
He's just going to play a nice little soft screw. I think he's going to have to maybe screw into the yellow. Oh, I can't see because of his head in the way. The yellow, or maybe sort of the black and yellow together. Yeah, just did it. So now he is. Oh, I think he's got a nice little gap for his cue. Because I think he's going to have to play this now, and then on the red into the bottom right as we look at it, he's going to have to screw into one of the yellows to hold for the black. Oh no, he hasn't got a nice little gap. This could go wrong. This could go wrong. There we go.
Yeah, I think it would have been better for him if he could have got on the top one of those two reds first, dropped it in, then he's got all the angle in the world to play on the one to the bottom corner. The way he played, he was going for ultra precision, and it's just not happened for him.
He's going to come off the side rail and trying to cut it in and hold on a yellow. This is one for the TikTok.
Oh, great shot. Not on the 8 ball though.
Wow.
As we tick into the 15 seconds a shot part
There
of the
has been
match.
some unbelievable shots played tonight.
Well,
Well, just caught the back end of the cue ball flying in, misses the 8 ball. So for all that hard work throughout that visit, Shane Thompson turns it over to Craig Waddingham, and just what Craig Waddingham needed, an opportunity to get back within one as we are into the final 10 minutes. This match clock is going to play its part. We're at 15 seconds a shot now as well.
Could we see a 6th red?
There's every chance. There's time. There's enough time for Craig to get to 8. Definitely enough time for Shane to get to 8. But you also feel the match clock could well tick out. It's probably
Oh,
likeliest.
nice
Jeez.
kick. Is he using towel and chalk?
No, he's not.
Well, there you go. He deserves it. I'm only joking.
I actually spoke to him about that earlier. He said,
Did you?
Yeah, he prefers the feel of it. I think as in
The way the
having
chalk.
having a cube rather than
Yeah.
a cylinder.
I actually said that in the group chat. I put if they asked for any feedback to him, I said, have you made cube tower? I said, I think you'd get a lot more sales because I'm fed up of dropping mine at rolling away.
It's not cost him on this occasion. He actually had a couple of big kicks in the semi-final as well.
I think it does affect the kicks, the chalk. It really does. That new V10 stuff seems to be fantastic.
Oh, he got another one. That was another kick. That's 2 in the visit, so very relevant now. That is, I mean, it's monumental. Absolutely monumental how big that is.
I'm going to sell him a town chalk after this.
This moment of the tournament.
And then he's got a ball. So I'd say I would have summed it up if he went dry. But these reds look nice. All yellows.
Yeah, personal preference here, but they have opened up, haven't they?
And he's not wasting any time.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Doesn't want that clock to start to really hurt him. He wants to get at least one back right here and now and leave 5.5, 6 minutes on the clock. Remember, he has to win 3 frames minimum in the next 7 minutes 30. He'd ideally like 4. All that while Shane doesn't win any.
Yeah, it's a tough ask for Craig, but it's easily doable at this standard, Shane goes dry next, then all of a sudden he clears up, and then he breaks and clears again. It's 7-all. Desmond 7-7. I'm sorry, I've got to keep saying it. I stuck to my guns. But I noticed this week a lot of people that I know have bought the app this week to watch the commentary and to watch the stream, and you know, big shout out to them who've. Oh, good shot. Who've done it. I think you get great value for your money with the stream.
There's so much coming over the next 12 months.
Yeah.
It really is worth every penny.
I watch it all the time. On my iPad, throw it on in the background, watch me lose to other players. Sound.
Craig has flown through this one. This is a great response to what happened in the previous frame.
Yeah, and he's not wasting any time. No kick on that one. And
Very quick. He left. He's managed to do that so quickly. He's left 6.5 minutes.
see,
Oh, he mishits it.
Yeah, he
Oh, he
mishits
gets
it.
the reward though.
Oh my goodness.
What a break, considering that was not the best he's ever hit the break. But what a chance he's got here.
He's got a huge chance. Are them reds a plant? Because if they are, they're so easy.
The yellows are not too tough. He's got one positional
Yeah,
shot to play on
yeah,
yellows. Just the one at the bottom of the table. Does he go straight after it?
No.
Does he leave it last ball? If he leaves it last ball,
He's going to have to play the black and probably one of the middles.
yeah. I mean, you can understand why he leaves it last ball, because the easiest ball to play on after
He could take it
the
now.
one at the bottom is the 8 ball.
He could get. No, he's not. I was thinking he could have screwed up now, but. See, I know he's going to leave the one into the middle to last. There you go. It's nice thinking. Look how quick Shane's moving. Swagging.
It's a full-on sprint.
Yeah. Usain Bolt. Oh, no. That is what the 15-second shot clock does. You just don't have time. You just don't. I mean, it's so much drama. It's fantastic, but you know,
How does
he's
he
just
miss
rushed
this?
that. I know.
That's really.
It's going to be a
It's
loss.
poor miss. And the frame was there for him. He's just got to control his pace down the table. This is tough for Craig, getting the loss of turn and hiding the white.
Oh, that's a
brilliant. That is phenomenal. What a shot from Craig Waddingham.
I've just tapped my own leg.
Yeah,
Like I
that
was
was so
playing.
good. Because if he gets that wrong, he leaves Shane the angle on the yellow to come down the table.
If Shane hits this, he's put in Craig. He's put a big pull out and no.
He hits it after hitting the cushion, therefore it's a foul. Have to hit a cushion after contact. He hasn't done that, so great chance here for Craig to get it back to 7-6. And look at Shane. He can't believe what he's done.
No, it's unbelievable. And I think Shane was concentrating so much on getting on his last yellow, he's not even took that yellow into consideration.
Yeah, you saw him, and we were joking about him running around the table. He just wanted to double check the angle he had, and that's hard to do at 15 seconds a shot because you do run out of time quickly.
Yeah, you do. Short your cue a few times, walk around the table, and oh, Shane looks like he's struggling there. Doesn't want to be bridging. Perfect.
Yeah, this is where you really need to be mentally strong. He knows he may have more work to do. It could be a 6-red shootout. It could be in the next frame.
I think it's crazy that when you're losing at this stage, you just let your arm go. How well you play. Like Craig, no way Craig would have took them out that quick in normal game scenario. So,
But first of all, Craig
gotta
needs
get
to find
there.
a ball. He has to find a ball here. If Shane comes up with an opportunity of a dry break, it could be over.
white, it's fine. Yellow balls, red balls. He's not going to be on a yellow.
He's on a yellow.
Yeah, he's
He's
on
one
one.
to the centre.
Yeah, and I think these are gone. I mean, ordinary circumstances, Craig doesn't miss these.
This is where, for me, obviously Craig's at the table and his focus is just on the finish. For Shane, you still see him, towel in his hand, head in his towel. He is still thinking about what's gone before. He needs to just get that out of his mind, clear his mind now, prepare himself for what will be a break coming up in a couple of minutes' time. If he gets to the table in this frame, it's a massive bonus. But for Shane, it's about the break at 7-7.
And I think the 6-red shootout won't happen now. I think Shane's going to have probably about 2 minutes on his break.
He'd have to make a finish though.
Yeah.
Craig's got to get out yet. Just not the right angle this time, having to play short position, but does that nicely.
Does that take your extension? Make sure, Craig.
He's already used it.
Has he?
Yeah, used it on his first shot. There you go, you can see
it's
there's plenty of
tight.
room. Plenty of room. Although he's come back a little bit further than he wanted, but
With
there's
a bit
still
of
room.
side.
was a big pocket as well.
What a final this is. It's not been an amazing time. There's been a lot of missed balls, but for entertainment and drama, this is what we want to see. So.
Here we go then.
White.
He crunches them. He makes a ball. How's the split? It's good. Does he have an opening? Red. Does he have an opening? Does yellow's an option? I like reds here.
I do. I think he's got. Might have to cue that long red, or you might have to play a 3-ball plant.
Yeah.
I think 3-ball plant at the side.
Is the long red a awkward queuing?
Yeah, it is. From the overhead angle, I thought it was just to the right of it.
This is huge. He gets the 3-ball plant, but nothing else goes right in that shot. The red doesn't go. The other one goes against the yellow.
It's going tactical, this.
Or can he squeeze it in? Is it deceptive? No, that can't go, can it? No. No. Just taking the pocket.
This could be 6 red shootout, Simon.
Yeah, and Craig is going to just play the loss of turn. Craig may get half a chance here.
If you're Shane now, you're slowing the clock right down.
Yeah, because yes, he's got a pot to the corner now, and it's not really a good chance to make a clearance. But it's about stopping Craig getting a chance here. Oh, he hits the yellow.
He's fouled.
Ball in hand.
Oh, but look where the red's gone. Does that yellow go down? The red?
2 bad yellows.
That's
Ball in
yellow
hand here for Craig.
goes.
Oh, if this goes, it makes a difference.
Look at Shane. Oh my goodness.
Don't foul there, Shane, and you probably are in a 6 red shootout. All eyes on Craig Waddingham now. He's got 1 cannon to make.
So, which ball are you playing it off? You're playing it off the ball in the middle. Oh, is he playing it now?
He could play it now off either.
I think he's playing it now with right hand side. And you're going into it. Just don't miss the pot, Craig. Where's the white?
He's in off. Oh, more twists. 31 seconds. And they are all there.
Oh my goodness.
There's enough time. There is just enough time. 22 seconds. Got to cue this one in, and then it'll be 2 stop shots if he gets it right.
Shane, you got to hurry up, mate. This is tight.
He's going to run out of time now.
He's run out of time. Or is he?
Oh my God, what a final. What an unbelievable finish to the final. Shane Thompson with the buzzer beater of all buzzer beaters. Gets his hands on another Pro Series title.
Oh my God, I'm speechless.
That is incredible. What drama here at the end of an unbelievable season here with Ultimate Pool. Shane Thompson flying round the table, wins it with 1 second to spare. What a moment.
The Ultimate Pool Pro Series 8 champion is Shane Thompson.